Video on perfect cubes. This is a cubed root symbol. Cube roots are very similar to square roots. Instead of being the opposite of a 2, it is the opposite of the exponent 3. For example, if I give you 2 to the third power, that represents 2 times 2 times 2, which would give you the answer of 8. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. To work backwards, we would do the cubed root of 8, which equals 2. Typically, these problems are used to find volume. We are going to learn 5 perfect cubes. The first one, the cubed root of 1, is 1. 1 to the third power is 1 times 1 times 1, which equals 1. The cubed root of 8 is 2, because 2 to the third power, 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. The cubed root of 27 is 3, because 3 to the third power, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. The cubed root of 64 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. And the last one, the cubed root of 125 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. Now, the difference between square roots and cube roots, other than using the numbers 2 versus cube roots using the number 3. A square root problem, for example, the square root of 25, is 5. That could be a positive 5, or it could be a negative 5, because 5 times 5 is 25, and negative 5 times negative 5. Two negatives make a positive. They both give you the answer positive 25. So in square roots, you can have positive and negative. Positive and negative answers. For cube roots, for example, the cubed root of 27, it's only positive answers. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. If I did it with negatives, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, I would end up with a negative 27. They're not the same. So it's only positive answers. Square roots can have positive and negative answers. Cube roots can only have positive answers. The volume of a cube is 8 feet cubed. What is the length of each edge of the cube? So again, here's our cube. We know that the volume is 8 feet. Volume is length times width times height. So we're trying to figure out what number can we multiply length, width, and height in order to get the answer 8. We use our knowledge of cube roots and work backwards. The cubed root of 8 is 2. 2 times 2 times 2. The length, the width, and the height is 2. So 2 feet would be our answer. The volume of a cube is given below. Find the length of one side of the cube. So we can see that the volume is 729 inches cubed. We know volume is length times width times height. So we're going to use our knowledge of cube roots to work backwards and figure out the length, width, and height. Now, 729 was not on the list of 5 perfect cubes that I'm going to have you memorize. So we're going to type this problem in on the calculator. Start by typing in the number 3. Then you're going to hit the green second button. Then you're going to hit the up arrow. Kind of looks like a carrot top symbol on the left-hand side. And then type the number. in this case 729. And on our calculator we get the answer of 9. So in this case our answer is going to be 9 inches. Mike is building a square hope chest for his daughter who's getting married this summer. The total volume of the box, so volume tells us it's a cube, and it's 125 feet. So that's our volume. We want to know what are the dimensions of Hope's chest. When it says dimensions, it's wanting to know length, width, and height. So again, we use our knowledge of cube roots and do the cubed root of 125, which is 5. Our answer is going to be 5 feet. Make sure you put your units in there. Carl's square swimming pool has a volume of 1,000 cubed feet. What are the dimensions of his pool? So again, we're going to use our knowledge of cube roots, and we're going to break this one apart. We can do the cubed root of 1 because that was on our list, and then what's remaining is 3 zeros. The cubed root of 1 is 1. The cubed root of 0 is 0. Our answer is going to be 10 feet. A square fish tank has a volume of 1,728 cubic inches. What are the dimensions of the tank? So again, we're talking about volume, and we know the volume to be a cubed root problem. So the cubed root of 1,728. Again, that was not one of the 5 perfect squares I asked you to memorize, and it is not one that we can break down. So we're going to type it in our calculator. Just like before, we're going to type in the number 3 because we're doing a cubed root. Hit the second green button. Click on the up arrow on the left-hand side. And then type in the number. In this case, 1728. And we get our answer of 12. In this case, we're talking about inches, so 12 inches.